Yes people, hope everyone's good. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cook up old school rap beats for Eminem in FL Studio. This one's going to be lit. Eminem was a real inspiration of mine growing up, and his old school stuff was real fire. I actually loved it growing up as a kid. But yeah, if you're new around here and you like this type of content, what you guys doing, man? Come and join the family, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well. Anyway, enough talking, come and join me on my screen and let's get straight into the cook up.
Damn, Severe, that's crazy.
Welcome to the video. Like say, today we're going for an old school rap beat, and this is definitely going to be in the style of like an Eminem old school type vibe. This one's going to be lit. As always, I'm going to be giving you guys some real nice tips and tricks, so make sure you stay tuned. But let's waste no time, we're going to get straight into this one. You know the vibe. I've cooked up some melodies off camera. What we're going to do, I'm going to run through these melodies one by one and I'll show you what we're working with. For the first melody, I actually jumped into the pack section. I went over to instruments, I chose bass, and I went over and grabbed this acoustic bass. Usually I wouldn't start with a bass when it comes to making beats, but I feel like as soon as I got this vibe, I was ready to make the rest of the beat. For the effects on the bass, we've actually got an EQ just cutting out some highs, and we've actually boosted some of the low mids as well. And I've also got this fruity blood overdrive, just a tiny little bit. What this does is just adds a little bit of distortion onto the bass and basically just makes it sound a little bit thicker. For this beat, we're working in double time, so we're over in 168 BPM, and I'm working in the key of B minor. This is the pattern that we came up with. For the second melody, we actually stayed in the pack section. However, this time we went over to keyboard and we ended up using the closed grand preset. For the effects, I've just got this EQ taking out some lows and highs, and I actually dipped a tiny bit of the mids as well. And lastly, I've just got this chorus. I've actually got the mix turned down to around 50%. This is the pattern that we've got for that. For the third melody, we actually jumped into Omnisphere. We went over to the guitar section and we ended up grabbing the smoked lap steel A preset. For the effects, I've just got this EQ once again taking out some lows and highs. I actually dipped a few of the mids this time. And I've also got this vintage Valhalla reverb, just the 1980s preset, and the mix turned down to around 26%. This is the pattern that we've got for that one. And for the final melody, we actually jumped straight back into the keyboard folder. However, this time we went over and grabbed the stage grand preset. And for the effects, once again, I've got another EQ, this time just taking out quite a bit of the low end. And I've actually got another vintage Valhalla reverb. This time the mix turned down to around 35%. Real simple pattern. This is what we came up with for that. Now this is all three patterns that we came up with played together. Ooh, that is sounding nice. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to waste no time. We're going to start adding in some drums. So first off, I'm going to start with a hi-hat. I think I'm just going to fill in each 4 steps for this, and then we can head into the piano roll. And what I tend to do on these type of beats, I just drop the velocity on every other hi-hat note, and then we can copy and paste those over. And by doing this, it just gives it a more realistic effect, as if it's being played on the actual drums. And I'm actually just going to keep this one real simple as well. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to start layering in some percussion. So I'm going to grab a few snares, a few perks, maybe a clap as well. And we're just going to get the bounce going. So let's see what we can come up with. we've got a nice little bit of percussion on the go. I've kept it fairly simple. We've got a few different snares hitting, and we've actually got quite a few different perks and snares filling up certain pockets as well. What this does is just fills up some of the empty space in the beat and basically just adds to the bounce a whole lot more. So this is the pattern that we have so far. Ooh, it's sounding real smooth. What we're going to do now, I think I'm just going to add in a kick just to finish this one off, and we're going to make that bass punch a little bit harder. Ooh, that is sounding clean. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to right click the pattern, split by channel, and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to rearrange this into a full beat. So we've got a nice little bit of structure on the go. I've added in a few different effects. And what this does is basically just lets the listener know that there's something new about to come in at the end of the bar. We've also got these beat cutouts here and there as well. This just adds to the tension of the beat and stops the track sounding so repetitive as it goes on. And finally, I've added in my tag in there too. And I think that pretty much tops it off for this one. So I think all that's left to do now is just have a quick listen.
Severe prod.
Hey, nice little breakdown, and then straight back in. Oh, this one is sounding too sick. I'm liking the sound of this one. Okay guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you're feeling the beat as well. I'm gonna go ahead, finish off mixing and mastering this beat now. But if you haven't already, make sure you follow my Instagram @SevereProd to keep update with all the upcoming videos and giveaways that I have coming out soon. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.